So today's my second day in Kolkata. Yesterday I didn't really shoot too much because there's just so much to take in. And bathing in the streets. That's not something you see every day. But at least they're taking a bath. You can just pretty much stand in one spot. And there's honking going on constantly, 24/7. There's people that you can see like little stories passing you by like everywhere you look, and you don't really have to do anything they just cross paths with you, and it's really fascinating. My first impression is that Calcutta just really awakens you and you kind of feel alive. There's just so much going on. Every street you go down is just kind of like this visual feast. Like look at this guy behind me. Kind of crazy, huh? Everywhere you see things going on. So this is kind of like a electrical street, and all these vendors here are selling lights for Diwali festival, which is kind of like the festival of lights in India. So lots of lights on the street. Everything and everyone converges on the streets, and somehow there's order that's made out of the chaos. Kind of nutty thing about crossing a street in India and like the traffic or dodging the traffic is that everything and everyone converges on the streets, and there's not always stoplights. So people cross the street and you'll have everything from people to rickshaws to people carrying cargo, honking, lots of honking. I asked whether or not Kolkatian drivers were kind of crazy because of the honking and like the weaving, and I was told that the drivers at least have a driving permit to be on the road. Pedestrians and everyone else don't have licenses to be on the road. Everyone just kind of goes wherever they see openings in the traffic. It's always helpful to go with a group like that, but eventually you get used to the weaving and dodging. You just wait for traffic to subside, and then you kind of find a pocket to kind of like zoom into. So I'm not really sure how much of that I got on tape, but that's how you do it in Kolkata. That's how you cross the street. So here in Kolkata, the streets are like a walking bazaar, and that's because a lot of vendors come here. They don't have to pay taxes. You'll find that places like McDonald's will serve you a surcharge or kind of like a tax on your food, which turns out to like something like 8% or something. It's not cheap. All along the streets, wherever you walk, you'll find it's like kind of like a walking bazaar of fast food and local food. So periodically you'll find on the streets there are these little shrines or altars, and people actually do come and they give, they worship and kind of do their prayers and light incense and ring bells and all that stuff. So this is how nails get when you're in India, and it's not like I was digging my hands in dirt or anything. This is just like a collection from the day. Not like I touched a whole lot of stuff either. This is just like air getting under my nails and, I guess dust and pollution. Right now my credit cards aren't working. That's just a reality sometimes when you travel. And I had to go to a couple of different banks in order to finally be able to use my ATM card. Times like that you kind of panic. You don't know if your bank has shut your ATM card down on you or what. So I was a little nervous for a while, but now I'm better. I actually got my card to work at one of the smaller banks